apparently the battery couldn't go on any longer. It's an older battery and all that, and turns off before giving any warning, and that's just how it is. Um, you know, in any case, also this is some of the names that this is like notes that I just put in when I was trying to figure out which things I need to put in. Um, I still need a subject on the New Age as well. When I was in the occult and came out of the New Age, there was a lot of videos that I saw, and I'm pretty sure that I posted a lot of them on Facebook. But that, of course, is many years ago. But it would be nice to just get back to. That was pretty much three persons that really had a lot of information on that part. Um, and Dave Hunt was one of them, and then there was a woman. There was actually two women, but pretty much the one of them I saw most. And they have made some pretty good documentaries or videos on the occult, and I can't remember. It's so long in regards to which other. I saw so many things in the past. Getting me out of the snares of the devil in regards of the occult. And so anyway, if you want to have a look at it at the moment anyway, the address is, well, if I can turn the camera around, but of course then it stops working. That's a problem in regards to the player. That is a problem. But that is the address at the moment. If you actually just, if you delete this, you will still actually go into the player. It will just, it will just jump to the other location. The thing is, when I was working with it, I had problems in regards of, I had two index files because I'm working with two different players, and I was kind of confused in regards to that. So I found out I could make a referral where you still have the site, but it goes to a specific location. So the address was still okay, but it goes to another place. So you're more than welcome to try it out if you want. Again, I can't promise you that it, I'm toying around with it as time goes. So, but more than welcome to try it out if anyone sees it. Now, of course, not many people actually see anything. So of what and I guess it's more like whatever. But pagan, satanic, worldly, vain bullshit traditions is another topic I've made. Have Sunburn that was censored and removed by 119 ministries because they believe there was some false doctrines in it. I really, I don't know. It's at least I think it was very sad that they removed it. Anyway, I have it on, and if there's anything else, regards of, I can maybe make some subtitles, but the whole first video, there's not really anything to where I would, again, when you try the best that you can, you might make some issues, and that's just how it is, the thing is, are we trying the best that we can do? Anyway, Bring It Online, Christmas, a pagan holiday. I'm not sure what that actually is, but apparently I have it in 3 versions. Bring It Online, Christmas, a pagan holiday.
Well, we've got some email questions.
Okay, so that's from the CBN apparently. And actually, I should make that file a lot smaller because the first half of it is nothing to do with Christmas. That's later on. Christmas and other holidays are wicked, discussed on Dr. Phil. That's a woman, finding out that it's pagan. and sadly, yet she ends up. There's two things that he's talking about that actually also, as far as I know, is pagan. Yeah, well, in regards of the pagan New Year, for example, she talks about that in the last part. But again, we're all growing and we all have been deceived on so many levels. But anyway, a documentary interview about pagan practices in Christianity. Not sure what that is either. I guess my memory is not that good. Again, a huge amount of things to yeah. I'm not sure what. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's lagging a little. Maybe a little more than a little, but let's go into the video and see what it's actually about, because I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember, but pagan holidays. Oh yeah, okay. So that's okay. That's in regards of course, I need to edit some more information in regards to the title and who is actually talking and all that. Documentary interview about pagan practices in Christianity. I can't remember the guy's name, but he made in regards of Too Long in the Sun, and he has a website that is called toolong.com, I think it is, or something like that. But that's the idea. Of course, I need to have some information up here, and which also the application can actually do. And the idea is then, if one want more information about the person or whatever, that and on linking to the places where, that was then the idea of that. Pagan holidays or God's holy days is from a ministry of, I think it's from the Church of God. So that's, again, as far as I know, a Protestant ministry. But yeah, talking about again, at least in this video, I think they're taking Paulus out of context as usual. Again, it's the same thing where you can see it in regards of the SDA using Ellen G. White, and because they can, because she's actually speaking against the festivals, as Paul is, they have to twist her to say something else. So because they can see, we should keep the festivals. Of course we should keep the festivals, because the festivals is in regards of Jehovah. But instead of just dropping her in some sense, or, they still need to have her say something else, and then you go into this twisting game or whatever you want to call it. And I think it's dishonest, but I don't think it's fair. But anyway, that's, Truth and Tradition at Jim Staley. And again, the problem I have with a lot of these actually, exposing all these pagan traditions, is that they usually go on to promote Hanukkah. And Jim Staley does the same thing. He goes on to attack all the pagan festivals in regards to Christmas and Easter and all that. And yet he goes on to promote Hanukkah. And I don't know if I can cut that out of the video. I can't do that, of course. I can't cut it all out. And I should be able to do it without losing any quality in regards of an application. Without needing to re-encode everything. I think that's possible. But I would like to not have things that I know is it's not found in the Torah. It has there's so many issues in regards of Hanukkah. So, but a lot of the other things that he's saying in regards of these traditions are true. And so again, it's just in regards of Hanukkah. That's just so I haven't really looked into if I can actually just cut it up a little, and or made some subtitles to say this is But again, if I need to do that, I would need to explain a lot of and of course I could do that in regards of what I see of issues in regards of Hanukkah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'll see what, I'll figure out. So we have scientific, observable, creationistic, which I can't even say. We already have been in that in regards to Kent Hovind. Kent Hovind was pretty much the first guy that I saw in regards of creationism. And the first video I saw from him was 100 Reasons Why Evolution is Stupid by Kent Hovind. And I remember I was thinking, that's stupid. But, I was intrigued, I guess, or what is it called, and I pushed it. And I saw his whole program. And a lot of the things he said was making pretty good sense. So that's my, I guess, my first really encounter with creationism. And and Kent Hovind made it like humorous at the same time, even if you end up finding it, because if you see a lot of his, but it kept me stuck, it kept me stuck at the first time, and it made me go into the direction of researching the topic, and I'm pretty certain, that the world is around 6,000 years, and that creation is true, and that evolution is a pagan satanic lie. But it took a long time to research things. But there's a huge amount of material out there, hours after hours after hours. Documentary Unlocking the Mystery of Life, Intelligent and Design, in regards of scientists meeting up and talking about this, because what they are observing doesn't really fit evolution and all that. So anyway, Intelligent Design Collection trailer, not sure what that actually is. Richard Dawkins interviews creationist Wendy Wright, and I'm not entirely sure who Wendy Wright is. I have seen the interview. It's a long time since I've seen it. It's nearly an hour long, if I remember correctly. We have Richard Dawkins. Again, he's an atheist, and I actually should write atheist. Richard Dawkins, atheist, interviews creation, or maybe atheist Richard Dawkins interviews creationist Wendy Wright. At least we then know where we are in the picture, right? And again, Richard Dawkins talked to Nick Colvan. I think he was a teacher in regards of biology or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Then we have Richard Dawkins talk to creationist John Mackay, and he's also high up in regards of the, what shall we say, in regards of learned people and all that. He has a pretty good talk with Richard Dawkins for sure. Their play, it's interesting to see, and it's not that long compared to Wendy Wright. I'm not sure why it was so long in regards to Wendy Wright, but anyway, scientists baffled, new discoveries, Darwinian evolution crumbling. Oh yeah, that's in regards of the meat found in dinosaur bones and soft tissue and cells and what is it called, blood vessels, and of course carbon-14 as well, found in dinosaur bones. Now, if you find dinosaur bones in a layer that should be millions and millions of years, and there's carbon-14 in them, and of course blood vessels and cells and soft tissue and all that, they are not millions of years old. That's just, carbon-14, it's like when you open a soda pop and all that, it bubbles, All the bubbles of carbon-14 should be away and gone from those bones being, so-called millions and millions of years old. It's not science anymore when you're not looking at the, at the evidence and just, oh, yeah. Well, anyway. We have Spike Pissari's Science or Storytelling. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to delete that. But he starts out talking about that he actually became a creationist before he became a Christian. Because a lot of the arguments comes from people that you're only a creationist because you're a Christian. And actually, in regards of myself, I didn't become a creationist just because I was a Christian. Because I was reading the Bible from the back end, the New Testament first, and then actually moving backward, ending with the 5 books of Moses. So when I found Kent Hovind, of course it's many years ago and it's hard to remember everything, but as far as I remember, I hadn't really touched the subject of Genesis at that point, if I remember correctly, in regards of the 7 days and all that. I don't think I had come to that point when I found Kent Hovind. But in regards of it made sense. That was the thing. You're looking at the things, and it just made sense. So many of the things made sense, and it was somewhat hard for me to, because you see evolution as a eternal truth in some sense. I'm from Denmark, and Denmark believes in evolution. 82% of the Danish people believe in evolution. We are the second nation, as I understand it, in the world that believes in evolution. And that's seen as a fact, and you grow up with it, by, the television and the family and school system and all that. It's just society as a whole just believes that evolution is true, and no one is really questioning it. So that was a kind of a thing that was really, but yeah, there's some great people speaking on that topic, and again, huge amount of material. I was like, when I found out, I'm like, why didn't anyone tell me? Why haven't I ever heard the other side? Why have I only heard this evolution bullshit? Why haven't I heard it's 30 years. 30 years, at least 30 years. I can't remember how old but I think it was after, so 30 years, and I had never heard about creationism, so as far as in regards to when I remember the priest, couldn't answer, easy question. Well, maybe not easy, but they should have been easy for him because he was reading the Bible. He should have known these things, and yet he, a lot of these, priests are just to the trash pretty much. It's really sad. They can't even talk about who the Antichrist is, or they promote evolution and, just to give me a break. Testimonies of Jews who found the Messiah. That's just a YouTube playlist, and that's just and just. It's Jews finding the Messiah. Testimonies one after another, and you have the Hebrew. They're speaking in Hebrew, and then you can read the English underneath, if I remember correctly. Or maybe are they speaking actually English? No, I think they're speaking Hebrew. Wow, my memory is really, my brain is I guess it's fried. I actually had made this loading thing orange as well, but the idea, I was thinking that doesn't really work out in some sense, because in regards of the color, the color idea is that everything orange is something you can push. So, and you can't really push this thing and all that. I think they are speaking, at least some of them are speaking Hebrew, hopefully. Am I remembering wrong? Let's see. Maybe they are speaking English. Actually, I think they might actually be speaking English. Let's see. Wasn't there any Hebrew? I think there's also Hebrew. We'll see. It's a little slow now at the moment, of course. I thought they were speaking Hebrew and then in regards to English subtitles, but again, I might have gotten that wrong. Well, it would have been nice if they actually...
Gonna end I'm going to kill myself.
Nah, that's
the
English.
first truck that I see come.
Actually, I think they're all speaking English. That's sad. I remember that, I remember that there was some Hebrew. I know they have these programs where they are speaking Hebrew, and maybe it's all English actually. That's sad. Now, of course, it's always nice to get the viewpoints of Jews finding the Messiah, but it would actually have been nice if it had been in Hebrew, I guess it's also nice to have it in English, of course, but so you can get you could have learned some Hebrew, or maybe if they could have put some Hebrew subtitles underneath it or something like that, then you could have followed just to learn some, learning at the same time while you're gaining information, right? The thing is, if you can have fun and you have history, and if you can learn something and have fun at the same time, that's like a win-win situation. Because when it's fun, you forget it's something that you are, if you can make it like a game in some sense, and you're also much more, that you would actually continue. What is happening here? Why is it not, let's try to go. There we go. But again, still problems with the player and all that, and really, I guess it seems like the guy that makes the program don't really test things overall before releasing. There are some weird issues here and there that should never have been there in the first place, if you ask me. But I don't know why no one haven't noticed them. Yeah. So what do we have? F video folder is just different things that are and I still, again, this is still a kind of a mess of different things. Birthdays, Christians, and December. That shouldn't actually work, that one, if it still has the comma in it. No. Okay. Sadly, the players don't like the commas. So every time you have a comma, it breaks the. Apparently, it can find the file, but it cannot play it because of the commas. I don't know if it's a mistake or what, but at least it doesn't really work. So that's just different things that I'm looking into. Do I want to keep it, or do I want to throw it out, and all that? And and the Adventist festivals, I made them into MP4 because they were AVI, and the player doesn't play AVI. Now, I don't know why I wouldn't have written on the rest of them. In regards to the first two, I've written Q18 pass-through. That was, of course, in regards to the sound pass-through, and the Q18 is in regards to the quality. But mostly it is in regards of just being able to play it in the player. I'm trying to get more, used to the player, and figure out, how it works here and there. And so this is just something I want to have a look on. It seems like there might be some good sources in the SDA material, or these videos, in regards to the festivals and all that, and also other things. But again, one still have to be aware that there are SDA 11, and this is really, this program, I found this streaming station, TV station, and there was a lot of TV stations that was SDA. I think I found 5 or 7 of them or something like that, a good amount, and I deleted them all. I just couldn't bother. The only station I've kept is in regards of the Hebrew channel. But I think some of the Christian channels I might have deleted might actually have been different congregations having a couple of hours here and there. So I might need to look into that again at some point. But the thing is, there was so much, where I was like, oh, give me a break, where there's some good things, but there's also a lot of bad things where I just absolutely do not agree. And, money, 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 right? Oh, give me a break, and saying things that are just where it's like, oh my, in regards of. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, are we already there? Okay, can I? Uh-oh, how do I close that? Okay. I think I have it down. No, actually a little up here. That's Bach, by the way. He made apparently, his sentence in regards of, if music is not for God, it's not worth, doing something like that. He was a Lutheran, and huge amount of his music is based on, Christian thing, song, and so that's, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeshua Rai TV is the TV station I have, the only one I have left. Pretty much it was also just to have, to test the feature out if it was working. That might be Hebrew. It's really hard to hear, actually. Not sure, but a lot of it is in Hebrew anyway. I think actually pretty much most of it. I can't remember if I've seen anything in English. There might be some. But yeah, I tested the colors out as well. Red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. Or violet, or whatever, purple, violet, I guess it's, and then beginning on red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, darker blue, and then I guess it should probably have been more like the color of, what is it called? Not light and, where it's a little, anyway, whatever, I can always tune that at some point, I guess. But I was just testing it out, how it actually looks, It's, 7, 7, 7 pretty much. So every time you go from red to red, it's 7. And so you would be able to actually, but I wonder if it, one might actually, in the application itself, actually make a feature like that would be pretty cool, actually, I think. I don't know. But anyway, the problem, of course, is that you need to edit every single file. And if you actually change anything in regards of which number it is, you have to redo pretty much every single one of them. And that, of course, is not going to work. But anyway, I'll tested it out, right? And, if one have a playlist that one knows that is not going to be changed, one could do it, of course. Looks okay, But just trying it out. What good is Christianity? Oh yeah. So again, there was like this video, like an hour in regards of what Christianity had done to the world and all that, in regards of good things and all that. And sadly, I haven't been able to find it. I found smaller things in regards of what good is Christianity, some articles in regards of what, but I couldn't find the interview that I remember seeing, where this, I think he was a scholar of some kind, one of these learned people sitting, and he's sitting with another guy, and the guy talking about, what good, he's sitting to the right, and the interviewer sitting to the left. When you're looking at the screen, right? And they were just talking about this for, I think, nearly a whole hour. And I would actually like to find that as well, because a lot of people attack Christianity in regards of that they haven't done anything good to the world, and so forward. And he was really some great arguments and what do you call it, historical things on what Christianity actually had done. Anyway, stop killing of children, helping the helpless or the weak and the fatherless and so forward. And it was a pretty good interview. But again, I guess who knows if I find it or find something better or whatever. But that was actually a pretty good one. I don't know if I posted it on my Facebook, but the problem, of course, with Facebook is that it's just a mess to look into your old material, to say the least. And I should probably download a backup of all my Facebook stuff. And, you never know if they close your account nowadays, doing so many, foolish things. And it's like it's a whole, what do you call it? I've used it for over 10 years. And so there's a lot of material from my, what do you call it? What do you call it? A book where you write in nearly every single day, right? And I have been writing a good amount of different things, but and posted videos and all that. And of course, the videos when they're not on YouTube anymore, then they break, and then of course you lose that information. So over time you lose the information anyway. So like I lost my other YouTube account, so everything was deleted. Not even giving me a chance to download some of my videos for myself before just getting cut off by Google. Google bullshit. YouTube, and not even having 3 strikes. Just you're out. That was quick. You didn't even give me a warning beforehand so I could fix the things. No. They just kicked me out and deleted suspended my channel. So they might still have my information on their server, but now of course there's a lot of things like this where I'm just sitting and talking and all that. So, but there was some good videos as well, which in regards of the what do you call it, in regards to speaking in tongues and all that. I read all the 3 best sources that I found on that, and I had three sources that I made a video on. I don't think I read the last because that was a video price. No, actually reading from something. But anyway, and of course my own experience in regards to this doctrine of speaking in so-called tongues. That was actually pretty good. But that's lost as far as it goes. So I'm not sure if I ever get the account open. I've tried to ask Google about it, but no. So, or YouTube about it. And the problem is you're stuck with them and some other things. They have really made it hard to Google things of just fix into the system on the mobile as well, right? So anyway, just go to the uvp.jesusisgodalmighty.live if you want to try it out and see what I've collected of different information. And I have the other one as well that is less worked on at the moment, but there's some things on that as well. I haven't, the idea is of course that people should be able to download everything they want, because that's just how it has always. We should make it as easy for the user as possible, right? So instead of needing to have a program to download something from the internet, give me a break. You should just be able to, if you want to download it and see it from there instead of seeing it from the stream, you should be able to do that. The other thing is just bullshit, I think. But anyway, so that's something I would like to, there is a download thing here, but I don't think it works, sadly. So that's something to look into as time goes. But, little by little, it is progressing. What was it I was thinking on in regards of... can't remember. I went back to this for something. And now I forgot it. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, here we have one of my test things. 49 new songs decorated in regards of Carl Kohlhaas. And I think I might change the... it was gray beforehand, and I changed that actually to orange, but it was easy actually when it was actually in another color. It seems a little less, and I think these was actually also gray, so I'll probably make it gray again. It's just a little too much. I don't know. I'll see how things goes, but sadly not all of them are working at the moment. So, but I fixed all the names inside of the problem is that the links are still broken in regards to the files, because I haven't really figured out how to totally do it in regards to the names and how to, get everything in order. There's Keith Green music, and he wrote the Catholic Chronicles, exposing the Roman Catholic bullshit institution. The live experience, I haven't really heard that, but he made some pretty, some of his songs are pretty good in regards of speaking truth. Of course, it's not. Of course, there's always something that one disagrees with. But anyway, years ago, I listened to his songs for a while, and they were pretty good, I think. But again, I don't know. In regards to some that talks about that the music is, because it's over in regards of. They call it something special. I can't remember what it's called. I actually was going to write that in regards of... is it actually not found? I don't know. Let's see here. It's a little slow here. But anyway, that the SRAP and .JesusGodAlmighty.live, and just push that. You don't need the rest, and they will direct you to the place. I wonder why I didn't write that thing in regards of Keith Green, that it's like this kind of music. Apparently I didn't write that. I should probably... but anyway. But it works pretty good as well, this player, but still a lot of things to do in the future in regards of setting things up and all that. Lots of things to figure out, but moving forward very slowly, very, very slowly. Anyway, I should stop now. But anyway, that's some of the things that I at least have. Again, some of the things that are on it is just test material that will be removed and deleted and all that. It's a progress, working progress that will go on for some time, for sure, before it will be exactly what I, would like, I guess. So again, just getting used to the players. Again, using them myself to get used to them, and so some of the information is just something that I might just hear on the computer, but usually just hear on YouTube or whatever, and just fixing them in the player and in replacement, just to get some to get more used to it. and get more. I can't remember what it's called. I should stop now. I'm a little tired and I'm still on antifungal, so my brain is not working so good. Anyway, have a good one. May Jehovah be with you. Yeshua be a most precious pearl, and the Spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. Shouldn't really make these videos while I'm just talking.